right. So it is March 11th, Monday. We got about 3 more weeks left in the month. But we can see as we start here on the monthly that it's going to be a little bit off for those of you that are trading the futures because of the numbers, right? If we wanted to get a little bit closer numbers, oops. Right, even this is still off 51.89. You can just see like how the high that you guys should be looking at if you're trading futures is around 52.57 quarter. But here's some key things that we want to be paying attention to, right? Obviously, the previous month's high, which was 51.23. I have to go back and mark that. The previous month's close as well, which was the 51.03. It's tough because of the contract changes. When we get into the daily, it becomes a little bit easier. Once they back adjust the contracts, I don't think they've done it yet. Weekly, we finished as an outside week, right? We traded a little bit below the previous low. We traded above the previous high. On the daily, you can see this says 51.93, like I said, but it's not back adjusted like the contracts for the toss are not. So it should update as when the next market opens up. But anyways, so you can see we just had that outside day, very kind of narrow day, balancing day for the most part. We traded above, balance, failed, traded below, and finished below. So now that will be kind of the key. Should we finish below? Should we stay below? Morning, Thomas. Let's switch over here to the profiles. Just so we have updated numbers. I don't really want to talk about any of the numbers on the bar chart because they're not really updated with the new contract. But right here you can see the high from Friday on the new contract, which we are trading, which is the June contract, the M contract, right? And so basically we're trading, we traded above, we traded below, so it's still an outside day, settled around 51.92. You can see previous untouched settle, which we traded to in the overnight, is the 51.75 quarter. But for me, really to see continuation to the downside, as you can see, you're kind of in this bigger balance. They need to get below this 51.60 level, I think, in order to basically trade back down to where the most volume is and kind of the last time that buyers stepped in. So if they did get a big short position, they would want to be taking some profit towards the bottom of a balance area, right? We can kind of assume that this is a big balance area, right? Here's the low of the balance area. Here's the high of the balance area. Peak above, fail. So if it comes here, fails, it should be trading down towards that 51.30 area. And as far as the plan goes today, we are opening up on a gap. So, some caution is going to have to be exercised, but I'm kind of thinking, where's the arrows at? We had a -4 day Friday, or no, we had an outside day. Never mind, not a -4 day. We did have a lot of mechanical references kind of on the way down. So if we do get above this 98 area, I think there might be some opportunity there. So those will probably be some cautionary longs there into that like 4208 from around that 4200. That's more of a caution area. Now, should we start to break these previous week highs, right? You got kind of a weak high here, weak high here. Then that would give you a little bit more confidence um, to start getting long. This is around like 12 up or 18 up to the 23, and then that can take you back towards the T1 high. Um, but we are pretty far ways away from that right now, so we kind of have to play with what we get. Most likely is going to be play number two, right? Break value area low and actually be looking to sell some pullback. So if we get a fail here, that'll be kind of our first sign. We'd like to see it fail and then really get below the settle to come back down to this 85. And this 85 level really is an area that I'd like to be selling kind of right off the bat if it can't hold, right? It's basically the previous day's low. So if they sell mechanically and they cannot break that, it'd be a weak look from buyers, and that would kind of tell us maybe buyers aren't showing up yet. And we need to trade a little bit lower. And that would be down towards this 61, I think. I think that's kind of the target here. That's where there's some liquidity, I think, down over here at 60. So, and that's like the bottom of the, or like the middle of value, like I said. Like, so if it is going to break a little bit, that's where it's going to have to get to at minimum. And if it doesn't get there, then there actually might be a decent buying opportunity depending upon how today finishes. One other thing is remember that this week is OPEX. I think it's triple witching. So most likely some compression leading into this the end of this week, right? Unless some people really start just dumping positions early. But because of zero DTEs now, it's really kind of hard for them to just dump everything early because people will start piling on, so they'll have increased volume. So if they're trying to get out of positions, they will try to balance this thing for a little bit, and so that'll be something kind of that we're going to have to pay attention to and see if that's what they try to do. So I wouldn't be surprised basically if they do, let's say they do get a break of 60 and then it doesn't hold, and then just bringing it back in and then just kind of chopping it in. Really no news today, right? So nothing really, nothing really there. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Remember, gap rules are in play. If we do, actually, gap rules and balance rules too, because you just broke above balance and failed on Friday. So acceptance of these lower prices really would give you that momentum, and sellers are going to have to step on it early, I would assume. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen fast. But yeah, other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you're managing risk and sticking to your trade plan, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.